Hey there, it's your Avon lady, Chris Arnold, and I have your product picks for Campaign 10 of 2023. And Campaign 10 is our annual Bug Guard cover. So just a quick review for those of you who aren't already familiar with Bug Guard. Bug Guard is a great way to have a bug-free, carefree summer. So it is a long-standing line of insect repellent products that we've had for a long time. And so I'm just going to kind of hit the highlights for those who aren't already familiar with it. But to learn more about Bug Guard and the full collection, you can visit thoughtsonbeauty.com and just search Bug Guard. And I have a whole post on there, detailing all the information that I have about all of our different Bug Guard products and what makes them so wonderful. And I will also try to remember to throw up the link to that article in the video description or on this post if you're seeing it on Thoughts on Beauty. But just hitting the highlights. So we have our Bug Guard Plus Gentle Breeze sunscreen and insect repellent lotion. This one features IR 3535 is the insect repellent. It's a safer alternative to DEET that actually they had been using in Europe for decades before we started using it. So it's a great alternative to DEET if you're trying to avoid that. And this one has SPF 30. This is a great option, great for kids because it's a lotion, so it's easy to apply on them. Great for, kind of backyard by the pool, that kind of, dual purpose where you need the sunscreen and the insect repellent all together. Then we have our Expedition, which also uses the IR 3535 and does have some sunscreen in it. It's either SPF 28 or 30, depending on which type of spray it is. Comes in an aerosol spray and a pump spray in 3 different sizes. I kind of like the aerosol spray, even though it's got a little bit less SPF, because I'm mostly looking for the insect repellent and doing something separate for SPF, because I can spray upside down on my ankles. So that's a fun benefit of the aerosol, but that's the Expedition. That's good for, camping, going to the lake, picnics, things where you're around more nature, more plant life that might attract more bugs. And both of these, they all repel mosquitoes that can carry all sorts of nasty viruses, things like Zika and malaria and things like that. And they also repel deer ticks. So the deer ticks can transmit Lyme disease, which is really nasty stuff. And that's something like if you're out hiking, especially in the woods or where there's like brush, low vegetation, this is a good option for that, and why I like to be able to spray my ankles. So it's also works really good on just all sorts of other annoying bugs that can bother your summer. But most importantly, the mosquitoes and the deer ticks are the 2 biggest things that you want to be sure to repel, because they're not just annoying, they bring some pretty nasty stuff along with them. For those times of day where you, 1, don't need sunblock, and B, the bugs are more active at dawn and dusk, that's when you want to reach for the picaridin. And this is another one of those safe alternative ingredients, safe alternative to DEET, that's been in use for many years. And this is a stronger ingredient, so it works. It's ideal for the dawn and dusk when the bugs are more active and more annoying. And again, comes in the aerosol spray, the 3 different sizes in the pump spray, and comes in wipes. I love to keep 1 or 2 of these. They come individually wrapped, so I stick 1 or 2 of those in my bag during bug season, just in case I end up going to be somewhere that I wasn't expecting to be that has insects. I like to have those with me, and it's a super convenient, easy way to apply the repellent in the towelette. So really love that. Those are also excellent for travel. Because you're not worried about liquids in your suitcase. So these are great to have and throw in your carry-on, so that when you get to your destination, if it's a destination where you need insect repellent, you don't have to go digging through your checked bag. You can just have a couple of these tucked in your carry-on. So that is the Bug Guard collection. Again, if you want to get more in-depth information about it, I do have that posted up on Thoughts on Beauty. Just search Bug Guard and it will come up for sure. Let's see. Next up, I've got and it did a couple of additions to our Rice Water Bright collection. This is one of my favorite collections. I like the Rice Water Bright products quite a bit. I use the foaming cleanser pretty regularly. That's one of my go-to cleansers. I also use the micellar water. Love the micellar water. Comes in super handy as kind of a toner after cleansing, as a light refresh when I don't need to cleanse my face, but I just want to kind of freshen it up a little bit before doing my morning skincare or what have you. And I like the facial massage cream for a nice little spa experience, every couple of weeks or so. So I'm already using a few of those, but we have 2 new cleansing options. And, I know we have a lot of cleansers. It's a thing, but it's all about, personal preference. We want to have something to fit everybody's needs. So these are going to be a little bit different than some of the other cleansers that we've seen. So we have the light facial cleansing oil. And this has got jojoba oil and rice water extract, which is known to brighten and moisturize the skin. And it is just what it says. It's a cleansing oil. And I meant to put some lipstick on my hand, and I put my lipstick away in my purse already. Hold on just a second. I'm going to pause the video and go get some lipstick. Hold on. Okay, got it. Got some lipstick on my hand so I can demonstrate now. So the light facial cleansing oil, just like it says, it's an oil, comes in a convenient pump, and this is going to be a much lighter weight. Try to put just a little bit there so you can see, just very, very lightweight, and much like our cleansing balms, it just literally, our cleansing balms and the whipped cleansing, the whipped oil cleanser just melts the makeup right off. And you can just wipe there. So you can just, wipe with a soft cloth. I'm just using a paper towel for convenience sake in the office here. Or you can rinse with warm water. You can use this as the first step in a double cleanse. If you want to do that, you can follow with either the foaming cleanser or the gentle exfoliating cleanser from the rice water line, or really any cleanser you can follow with for a second step. I will say this is the difference between like a cleansing balm and the cleansing oil and lotion. I'm going to say these feel much more moisturizing. So even though my primary cleansing balm that I use is the Aqua Balm cleansing balm, and it is very moisturizing. It has a very moisturizing feel, like all of the Aqua Balm products do. These actually feel more moisturizing. So you could use these as just your regular cleanser. I've used them a couple times by themselves, just, to cleanse my face in the morning, sort of in the way that I would use the micellar water. And they just feel kind of, very nice and moisturizing, but just give that little refresh to the skin. So we also have the facial cleansing lotion. And again, this is just it's going to be preference in texture. Do you like the feel of the lotion? Do you like the feel of the oil? Do you like the feel of a balm? Which one do you prefer is probably going to be your deciding factor. But like I said, these do feel quite a bit more moisturizing and refreshing. So the cleansing lotion has rice bran oil, which helps to brighten the skin. And again, it's in a handy pump, and you just massage it in. I kind of like this one for, the spa feel that you get because it feels like a lotion, so it does feel very moisturizing. The lotion does take a little bit longer to dissolve the makeup than the oil does, because the oil just kind of breaks down the makeup a little bit faster, but still does a fantastic job of just removing that. And this is the My Wand and Only from the Creme Shop. So this is a, very long-lasting, hard-to-take-off lipstick that I used for my little demo there. So just another couple of great cleansing options. Like I said, I've used them alone when not using When I'm not taking off makeup or SPF, I've used them by themselves just because it's kind of nice to just not necessarily have to get my face wet first, to just do that and then just use a nice soft cloth to remove that. And like I said, whether you want to go for an oil, a lotion, or a cleansing balm as a makeup remover or a cleanser is really going to just depend on, mainly they all have very similar benefits. It's just going to depend on which formula you like better. I would probably, if you have drier skin, would probably recommend one of these two over a cleansing balm. The cleansing balms aren't really drying, but like I said, these just feel more moisturizing than the cleansing balms do. Last new thing that I have to share is 6 new hand creams, and these are quite a bit different from some of our other hand creams that we've had in the collection for a long time. So these are an opportunity to give your hands a moment of scented bliss. So these are scented hand creams. So if you're like me and you tend to prefer something with no scent for the hand cream, these ones are not going to be for you. But if you like the scent, and sometimes I do, I am finding I do kind of like sometimes having the scented hand cream almost as like an aromatherapy type thing, like that I can just have that nice scent that I get a waft of every once in a while, because as you see, I talk with my hands. So there's 6 different scents. They are all vegan formulas, eco-friendly formulas, and so like eco-friendly and vegan certified formulas. They're called Daily Moment. And I will tell you, they kind of remind me, so each one is sort of named for a different mood, I would call it, a mood or a vibe. And it kind of reminds me of, there is an album by the band The Moody Blues called Days of Future Past. And this album it starts with like sunrise and goes through the different moments of the day and ends at night. And this kind of reminded me of that. This made me think of that. So that's, kind of touching on different moments in the day. So there are 6 of them, and I knocked a couple of them over when I put the cleansers on the side table here. So, and I will say some of the names seem a little bit odd. I think they might be not very good translations from what the name is in Korean. So Sunrise Bedroom, and this one has a bergamot, lavender, and cedarwood scent. So it's a very just still kind of calming, little bit of start to wake you up and lift your spirits, and that nice warm, soothing cedarwood. Lavender and cedarwood, of course, great together. They're in our Senses Gratitude collection. That's the scents there, but with a little bit of bergamot. So that very, very subtle citrusy floral that you get from the bergamot. Number 2 is Morning Florist. We have the names on here in Korean too, and when I used a little translator, it says Morning Flower Shop, and it's lemon, Bulgarian rose, and violet leaf, so it does have that nice soft floral, and none of them are really super strong scents. All of the ones that I've used have been very subtle scents, but like I say, you just get kind of a waft of it as you move your hand past your face during the day. So lemon, Bulgarian rose, and violet leaf, so this one's like a soft floral. Then we have number 3 is Noon Park. So I think of that kind of like your midday break walk in the park or picnic lunch sort of thing. And that has grapefruit, hyacinth, and iris. So again, sort of floral, sort of green, sort of fresh with the grapefruit. Then we have Sunset Roof. And I just think of a nice, dimly lit, nice cozy dinner on a rooftop patio sort of vibe. So this one has pear, rose, and patchouli. So it's a little bit more earthy, but the pear and the rose keep it from being that that really, really earthy flower child patchouli. It's a very subtle, just earthy note under the pear and the rose, which are kind of more, the pear always has kind of like a sparkling vibe to it, and the rose is always a nice floral. 5 is Midnight Street, and this is the Midnight Street. So this one has cassis, rose, and amber, so it's a little bit warmer floral there. I actually haven't tried this one yet. They're hard to smell from just the tube, so let me put a little bit on here and see. hard to tell because these rice water cleansers do have a scent to them. They have that almost kind of baby powder scent that, so I can't really smell this on my hand, but that's has the cassis, the rose, and the amber. So I would imagine it's sort of a very warm floral because cassis is not a super flowery flower. It's a softer, more subtle flower. And then Dawn Attic is the last one. This one's got orange blossom, pimento, and vetiver. So it has almost sort of a clean summer grasses smell to it. So really, really nice one there. And yeah, so that's the Daily Moment vegan hand creams with a little bit of scent to them, so you can kind of get your vibe for the day. And I do kind of like the scents, like I can do 2 or 3 of them during the day and the scents don't clash. So as I'm going through my day and washing my hands and maybe need to put more hand cream on, I'm not still getting the scent from the one that I had on earlier. So I wouldn't say that they don't last, but when you wash your hands, you'll lose the scent and you can put a new scent on. So you can kind of move through your day in hand creams. It's kind of a cool little notion that I've done a couple times. But that's everything I have for Campaign 10. So like I said, definitely hop on over to thoughtsonbeauty.com and search Bug Guard in the search there to pull up that with all of the information about that if you're not already familiar with Bug Guard. If you are familiar with Bug Guard, you know this is the time of year you want to stock up. So you've got it handy for all of your summer outdoor activities. And then, you know, if you have questions about trying to decide which one of, we have had a lot of new cleansers lately. So if you're looking for a new cleanser and you're not really sure how to narrow it down to the one that's going to be best for you, absolutely reach out. Happy to do a quick little consult on that for you. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will see you again in a couple of weeks.